Hello everyone, I'm Maribel. I'm for Merced Adult School, and this week we're going to be talking about qualities and skills of an influential leader. I think we're all wanting to be leaders in our lives or at work or in some way, in one capacity. We want to be leaders. And I really feel like leaders is about having the skill of influence on others, right? So I think that we want to be able to impact many people in life and be able to create change, maybe, build positive relationships or healthy relationships, maybe opportunity. And in order to be able to do that, we have to learn some skills. And I learned so many skills and great qualities that we can all learn from. So there's about 13. So the next minute or so, we're going to be talking about these skills. Well, all these skills that I found that were really good. So the first one we're going to go to with be able to model what you expect from others. Understand everyone's position and be able to jump in when you're needed. Be able to set an example to gain respect from others. I think if you can do what other people do, people will respect you because he understands what I do and can respect me. So therefore they will respect you. So and that I think that goes with being able to radiate positive energy, which it usually boosts a team's morale, which therefore it boosts their productivity, and you're more likable. When you're not complaining about things, you are being proactive, which is another one. Focus on things you can control, not things you can't. No complaining, and focus on solving problems. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. I think sometimes people make mistakes and they're worried about what their boss is going to say, but what happens is I think this is also being accountable, which is another trait. Team mistakes are your mistakes. So when someone makes a mistake or there's things that are getting, errors being made, you want to make sure your leader focuses on what happened, why it happened, and starts blaming and pointing fingers. You want someone who's going to say, okay, this is what we're going to do now. This is how we're going to fix it. And this is how we're going to learn from this. That's where that accountability, being proactive comes into play. One of the big things that I feel that a leader is setting the foundation, be able to love your job. You want to love your job. And I know that's hard and a lot of people don't love their job, but I think that's ultimately what a leader wants to be able to provide an environment where people feel safe, to express their vulnerability, fears, and concerns. You want to be people that are able to, they want to care for each other and be open to discipline and feedback. It's nice to know that you're allowed to make mistakes and learn from them and try things again. Like if you don't have that, I think that most people will be, hesitant to even take chances. And you want to be able to have that discipline and be able to give and get feedback all the time. And that means you're going to care more about your team. You want to care about your team's life, their confidence, their joy, their skill set, and look at your team's priorities. And so, because they say in order to influence people, you have to learn what already influences them. Understand who they are. I think someone put it in a way, learn how to influence their state. What does that mean? Like, if someone's feeling sad, someone's frustrated, someone's annoyed, how can you change that? How can you make that state into like a calmer state, a more happier state, a proactive? How can you do that? If a leader can do that, if you can change the way someone feels from being frustrated to just being more calm, someone who's, they say, how do you deal with irate people? You know how to listen to them, the communication skills, right? So that's how you want to be able to influence their state, and hopefully in a good state, right? So what I was saying, you want to understand, Simon says, I think it was Simon, I forgot his last name. What are people's blueprints? So what does that mean? So you want to know what your people value, what they believe, what they fear, their goals, their desires, what stresses them, understand their passion, and help them accomplish what they want. Sometimes we're so worried about making the business better, we don't even focus on them, what they're wanting, their personal gains, their career goals, whatever, right? So that's how you want to do it. You want to be able to know what they truly value. And so look for and understand your team's one words. Like, what is one thing that they value? Is it freedom? No micromanaging, right? One thing they value, know what their values are. Know all your team's values. You really want to understand, because then you'll be able to influence them more. What are their ambition? What do they want to accomplish? Make the path, and make sure you make it visible. Sometimes they need your help. Maybe they want this, but they know that you can help them. So they know that they're watching, and help them and guide them. I know I've never been a great presenter, but someone believed in me, and someone said, okay, this is how you do it. Make sure you do this. I guide them, let them try it. Figure out how can you run a parallel path together. Sometimes maybe with their goals, it's going to help you with your, business goals, whether it is, wherever you work at. Try to see how can you do the same thing, meet their goals and meet your goals at the same time. I'm sure it's possible. You can figure that out. So do lots of training. Make sure you train your people all the time. If you're expecting certain things, make sure you train them on it and coach them, empower them, and encourage self-education. And one thing that is crucial is to evaluate their skills. Evaluate their needs. What are their needs? Are you meeting their needs? Is there progress being made? I think, how are they doing? It's good to check in for progress, and check in how you feel, check in, on, what are you learning? They always say to have every weekly with your team, have an hour to an hour and a half, check in what's working, what's not working, because you're going to be more productive that way, but yeah, be encouraging, be motivating, be inspiring, be able to uplift others continuously. This is like all the time as a leader. Be that beam of light, be their champion. It's going to be you. They're relying on you as a leader. And I think that was big for me, being able to influence and understand them. Like, I don't think I've ever had anyone really sat down and told me, like, what do you value? What moves you? What stresses you? If someone did that, I'd be like, oh, now you understand me, right? I think this leads with having, I think, did I say integrity? Trust those around you. Do what's right all the time. I think I mentioned that. And then I did say accountability. Be approachable. Encourage feedback from all members. Open door. Have that open door policy. Sometimes people, if you're not approachable, like, I'm scared to talk to you, people are not going to tell you anything. But if you're really approachable, people will tell you everything. Maybe a little too much, where you have to set boundaries. I didn't mention that. Helping others, to look after the person on your left and on your right, to be able to advance in life. Learn by practicing helping others, helping each other, and learn to take care of them. Because if you take care of them, they will take care of you. You know that. They will bend over backwards if you take care of them. But not only, helping others, ask for help. You're not perfect. Accept help when it's offered and ask for it when you cannot do it. Sometimes people feel like, they don't want to, help you because you don't want to be helped, right? People don't seem approachable and like, you probably know everything. But no, if you are lean out and help, ask for help, people are more than willing to help you and feel like, he's being vulnerable, and that is a good thing, become more approachable. Another thing is be the last to speak. Everyone feels heard and they feel like they have contributed, you benefit from hearing others and what they have to think about what you said before you give your opinion. So what happens, you understand where they're coming from and why they have their opinion. And then once you hear everyone and you're like understanding, then you give your last 2 cents. So they say listening is good, but that is right. But you also want to be the last one to speak after everyone has spoken. The last but not least, I think humility and gratitude is a big thing. Be grateful for all people. And how do you do that? I think being able to give social rewards. Sometimes it's more than either giving raises. That means like praising someone, give good labels to people, kind of like, good job, you did amazing. I really enjoyed watching, you present that. You look very confident in how you spoke that, how you organized that. That please and thank you goes such a long way. And others, when you do that, they say focus in the heart. And I'm like, that is so true. You move more when you understand people's feelings and you're understanding the person and emotions. Even though they said don't be emotional, it's not about being emotional, it's being able to focus on other people's emotions. And because unfortunately, a lot of people are driven by emotion. But obviously you want to focus on the positive, the good emotions. So focus on the heart. And remember to always say please. Don't assume things. People take in better when they are asked, not just ordered to do something. And thank you goes also a very long way. And that thank you could be verbal. That thank you could be a little note. That thank you could be a little $5 gift card. That appreciation where people feel grateful. People will take you more seriously. People will see you more as a leader. So you have a lot. We focused on being a role model because everyone's watching. You never know. Being able to radiate positive energy. Always look at the positive things or turn things around and make them positive or a learning experience. Be able to be happy and know, understand who each person is and what moves them. And then also have integrity, always doing what's right, no matter what, being accountable. Your team, your mistake, their mistakes is your mistakes too. Having, be approachable, be proactive, help others, and practice doing that regularly. Ask for help, be the last to speak, and give social rewards. Those are leadership skills. Anyhow, that's it for this week. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit more, And I see you next week. Thank you. Bye.